Good afternoon. Mayor Michael Wisnat here for the City of Fayetteville, May 1st, 2020. I'd like to give the citizens and the community an update on where we're at with our COVID-19 situation, how it affects city operations, city buildings, a little information on the school system, a little bit of information from the state. And I will state by the time this recording will be posted to the public, there will be some changes in the numbers of statistics from the state, but as of yesterday afternoon on April 30th, 2020, the state had 10,735 confirmed positive cases. 5,338 people have recovered out of those numbers, 199 deaths overall in the state, 1,045 that have been hospitalized, and 177,626 people that have been tested. It looks like about 9,000 people are being tested a day. We are fortunate that 5 days a week during the week, Monday through Friday, at our local health department on Washington Street, the public can come through and be tested. When this first began about 6 weeks ago, you had to have really severe symptoms. You had to have the fever first, the headache, the shortness of breath, all of those combined in order for you to really be able to be tested. The state now has availability that for any reason, if you feel like you just really feel like you need to be tested, you can, or if you've been in proximity of somebody that's been tested positive or several degrees of separation, you can do that. May 2nd, so tomorrow, 9 to 12 p.m., our health department will be open from a regional standpoint so that anybody can come in from other counties. We expect maybe 400 people or so, but our city police have a plan on how there will be the turn lane will be used as the through traffic if you're coming into town from 64 or toward the square, and then there will be they'll have access, but that will be monitored by the police. So where we're at the city for the past few weeks, we've had the city buildings closed. The front lobby to the municipal hall is closed. We're going to continue that until May 18th at this moment. The rec center is still closed. Our parks are still closed, farmers market. The dog park is open. Normally there aren't too many people out there at the same time, so it is available. Our parks are still available for just those that are using the trails, or kids park is still closed, but that walking path around there is open. As I mentioned before in past recordings, if you're out with your family, if you're just going to a ball field to throw the ball back and forth with 2 or 3 people, that's fine, but not open for any type of games. The pavilions are still closed, and no birthday parties or anything like that nature. The Greenway Phase 1, which is a project we've been excited about for a long time, will be open on the afternoon of Friday, May the 8th. There will be a very small ceremony with just the existing board where we'll do a ribbon cutting, and we'll be properly spaced apart on the social distancing. But after that, so that if you started as an example at the municipal building and walk south down Elk, you can take that sidewalk all the way down through the neighborhood, continue down past as a benchmark I would use. Right now it was a former steakhouse, now it's a sandwich shop, and the Childress concrete mixing plant. And there's a nice sidewalk, and then there's an asphalt path picks up and carries across a bridge, and that asphalt path goes straight into Stonebridge Park and comes up there right across from the pavilions. And so I've been on it. It's a very nice trail, and we're very excited for that to be open to the community. So that will be open to people that want to connect that and add to their exercise regimen. But as I stated at the beginning, at this moment, we are under Executive Order 30 from the governor of the state of Tennessee. And the main thing it stresses that the threat of COVID-19 is far from over, and recommends social distancing, good personal hygiene, Cotton face masks when you're out. Some have been using the N95 mask. Some people have making their own masks, but it's encouraged that if you are going out, that yeah, it's a good thing to have a mask on if you go into a place of business, and restricts your travel. And so I think the important message to share here is that if you don't feel comfortable going out, then don't go out. If you have the ability to work from home, or if you have a severe health issue, then don't go out. If you have another family member that can do that, let them. If you don't have somebody, we have different availability between, I know, different churches. Reach out to your church, reach out to different avenues of somebody that maybe will go and pick up your groceries or run a bill for you, or pick up something you need. So we're still practicing a lot of caution. CDC guidelines are still in place. On April 27th, restaurants in Tennessee were allowed to open their inside areas at no more than 50% capacity. So that started here on Monday. Some restaurants decided that they would do that. Some decided to stay with curbside and takeout only. So I've seen around town where business, as far as those restaurants have picked up. Retail on Wednesday, April 29th was allowed to, the ones that had been closed are allowed to open back up at 50% capacity. Good news for our small businesses that have been hit very hard during the situation. On May the 6th, which is a Wednesday, our closed contact businesses will be allowed to reopen. Those will be barbershops, salons, and there are guidelines in place. Some quick points on that is, appointment only for the hairdressers and the barbers. Nobody sitting in a waiting area. You need to wear a face mask while you're there having that type of business transacted. There's some guidelines. I've posted them on my Mayor Michael Wisenat Facebook page that has guidelines from the state. And I guess at the moment you say we're under this Tennessee pledge, and those are guidelines that outline the restaurants and the businesses, retail businesses, and the the close contact businesses. And so there's a detail, and it's more of, as Tennesseans, we will pledge to do this in order to safeguard everybody else. In regards to our meeting schedule, on May 4th, we will resume our committee meetings via Zoom technology and electronic interface. Last month in April, we did not do that, but we're going to have our committee meetings on the Monday the 4th and Tuesday the 5th. And then on Thursday the 7th, and then on the 12th, which is our BMA meeting, we will record once again. We're still under an executive order that we're allowed to do that. We'll record electronically as we're doing now, and then that will be transmitted out to the city website, our Facebook page, FPU, and then that normally gets shared easily to YouTube. So there's plenty of availability for people to view what we're doing. We're still, as far as a business of the city, a lot of light agenda items, nothing controversial at the moment that's taking place. We're just trying to do the best we can in this situation. I'll say that for the city school system, they've been providing meals to children, not just the children in the school system, but any families of children they feel like need to be fed. So the May schedule will be May 4th, May 11th, 18th, and May 26th. Those are Mondays. And the pickup schedule is 11 a.m. until 1 p.m. at Ralph Askins. And on the back side, if you come out on 2nd, and then 11 a.m. until 1 p.m. at Fayetteville High School. And then there's a 4 to 6 at Ralph Askins as well. And then the schools are posting, since the school year was canceled for the remainder of the year, they're setting up times and will contact parents about when students can come and pick up things that were in their lockers. I know at the high school they had set up a form in which people could go on their website and set up a date and time to pick up their goods. At this moment, my understanding, graduation is still planned for June 26th. As we say, we hope that was something at that time it will be back open for the full public and can be full attendance. Our city operations have operated 100% and will continue to operate that way. We staggered some shifts in order to safeguard our employees. Well, that includes the Public Works Department. So May 4th through 8th will be brush collection. May 11th through 15th will be household items. May 18th through 22nd, brush, and May 26th through 29th is household. Now that's your regular garbage pickup is on the same day, same time frame it has always been. We've been fortunate that all of our employees have stayed healthy during this situation. For the youth baseball and softball, the seasons were canceled. I signed checks this week to return that money to the families that had signed up with the ball fees. As I mentioned earlier, that the rec center is closed in full further notice. I guess the last thing I have is we do have a situation on 2nd Avenue, right by Ralph Askins, where there's where I have to do some work on. Right, there's a little bridge overpass as you turn in. So 2nd Avenue at the moment is closed to through traffic, except for the people that live around there. And so there is some guidance I've posted on my mayor's page that tells you exactly how they can enter. There'll also be guidance on the meals to go. Main thing, it's staying safe. Let you know that the people that are working for the city are trying to do the best they can for our citizens at this time, and very thankful for a board that's been very understanding. We've worked through our budget process and been very conservative in how we plan for the next year. But at the moment, we'll go through our May cycle and call for a public hearing and vote on it in June. And so I just like to say to everyone, just be mindful, be careful. Please keep your social distancing. Weather is very good right now, so a lot of people are wanting to go out to the bigger box stores, but there's a lot of people out there at the moment. So please do try to limit your interaction. Our case numbers have been very low compared to surrounding counties and Madison County and some counties down in Alabama. But we will continue to go forth and try to do the best we can. So thank you for your time.